more than entertainment, more than my occupation. I could just fall completely in love with being seen, being on stage, being in front of people, making money doing that. But I choose to be impactful. I think impact on people is the most important thing I can do while I'm here on earth. I can release a bunch of songs. I think people will forget music and move on to the next big thing soon anyway. Or I can actually smile, be kind, be humble, treat people right. That's more than me being on stage, more than my occupation. The way I treat people. Hopefully one day that people will remember me as, man, he was cool. We didn't feel like we were less than when we were around him. So, yeah, that's, to me, that's being more than my occupation, more than being on stage.
Clubhouse Lounge, where you are more than your occupation and more than your entertainment. I am Mike Wells. Right to my right, we have Nico Goodrum, Lewis Brinson, and today we bring y'all a special guest. We have Todd Dulaney,
That's
everyone.
me.
That's him, the gospel musician, the great. Give it up,
Hey, man, we appreciate you
Clap
pulling up.
Pulling up.
Mind you, it's 1 a.m.
Bro, this is nice, man.
This is 1 a.m.
It's 1 a.m.
It feel like home in there.
There we go. It's cozy, right?
Is this
It is. It's a
legit to you?
vibe. No, for real. It feels good.
Shout out to wifey.
Shout
Yeah,
out to
wifey.
Shout out to wifey, bro. This is
got
woman's
looking nice.
touch.
I'm like the shoes and everything.
You might want to put a pair of shoes on.
I mean, man, it's like 14. I wear like a 9, 10. 10.
All right.
10.
Yeah,
All right, don't
rapper.
sock it.
I mean, yeah,
You know what I'm
don't
saying?
knock me though now.
Don't
Don't
knock
know
me,
y'all
don't
laughing
knock
at
me,
me and everything. Oh, he got little feet. No, don't knock that, don't be like that, man.
I'm chilling in
Pack a
half,
plant.
you know.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, he pack a plane.
Yeah, man.
Well, great, man. Great to have you here, man. We appreciate you. Once again, it is 1 a.m. and you showed up, and we had to make this happen. You know
We
what
had
I mean?
to.
So,
We had to.
Gotta take advantage of the opportunity.
gotta
baby.
take
Absolutely.
advantage
That's
of
the name of the
opportunity,
game, folks.
You know. So I want to start, of course, with the life check. We like to do a life check around here, make sure how everybody's feeling, how's everybody doing. So we're gonna start with Nico.
Man, blessed, bro. Much gratitude to the man upstairs. I can't complain. There's things that are put in front of me that you know get fleshy and do try to complain about, but bro, you know you get over that. It's smooth sailing, man. I can't be thankful enough for what he's done. So I'm
Strizzy. Lou.
I'm good, man. I want to say, man, you know what? Nico, I'm going to give you your flowers. I'm going to hold up a glass
what's going on.
for Nico
Hold on now.
because we all would not be here. This is not possible without you, my friend.
For sure.
And I'm very grateful and blessed that I met you. You're a good friend of mine, and for putting all this together, man, and you know, just bringing us here and you know, being in this space, man. We appreciate you.
Appreciate
Here.
Yo,
Here.
I got ice in man.
so, hey, make sure. Hey, hold on. Whoa.
Make sure the
Make
man
sure
of
you-
God ain't
Make sure you show them the ice.
Yeah, nothing but ice, y'all.
Ain't nothing but ice in there.
Nothing but
Relax.
ice. Yeah, that's it.
Church is
Relax.
going crazy.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, man.
Relax.
Life for me is great. It's doing good. I do have something that I have to just vent about just a little bit. Being on this podcast, it's amazing. I've been blessed to meet great people, be up here every day with my great friends that are amazing guys as well. But my only gripe is I don't have that many fits, so it's hard to keep up with the. I'm breaking out my best fits. You know, it's getting tough. So to y'all clothing lines that I be shouting out,
G-Star.
G-Star especially, please
Help.
help. I'm running out.
Hey, the golden ticket. Please help.
I'm about to be a repeated defender when it comes to outfits. Y'all gonna see some shirts and pants y'all already saw before.
But don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to do this.
See, and
You see this? My socks don't even match.
But listen,
Comfy, cozy.
Save that. Todd, let's get to Todd with your life check, man. How's everything, man?
Life check. It's good, but I would say I think I'm caught up thinking about what's next, and I think that kind of holds me back a little bit right now. Like I'm like, man, do we just keep doing the same thing over and over in life? That plays in my mind. Do we just keep doing the same thing, or do we discover what's next? What's gonna happen next? I got kids. You know what I mean? And that kind of thing bothers me a little bit because I'm like, as a man, you like to know what's coming.
Yeah.
You want to be prepared for what's next, and I kind of feel like in life you never really know, and you just kind of brace yourself for and hope that you're prepared for. The fact that I got 5 kids and they got to go to school, they got to go to college.
Right.
I got to keep making money. You know what I mean? And so that's I guess that's I got 5, man.
You got 5 kids?
I like the activity of what it takes to make them.
How
That's right. You went to work.
In generation.
You went to work.
How old are you, my friend?
I'm 41. So I've been
Nigga, at least 30.
I did it right.
5.
Yeah,
I got to start at 5.
Somebody
can
cranked it out. I cranked it out.
Hey, you been doing yourself. Hey, man, a little overtime. Ain't no wrong with overtime. I get something out of that.
That's right.
A little extra pay. Hold on now.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna dive into speaking of once I say the fits, we do fit check.
Okay.
You know, so we gonna dabble in what we got going on. I didn't get the memo clearly that we just chilling.
Yeah.
But, you know, me and you, we on the same page. So we gonna start with Lou. What you got going on?
Man, Nova, Fashion Over, Fashion Over,
Okay.
pants. I can't wait to get more sweatpants from Fashion Over, I swear. These are the most comfortable sweatpants I own. I love to wear these. Like I said, very comfy, cozy. Black Paris with the jacket. I'm very comfortable and stance socks, man.
Stance socks,
I'm
can't
not
go
wearing
wrong
no
with
shoes today. I'm sorry.
go
It's
wrong.
like I said, it's 1 in the morning.
It's 1 in the
I'm
morning.
comfy. I'm go to sleep after this.
Okay. Nico, follow up.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
You know, 1 a.m. is just it's had to happen, and I just went the comfort route, bro. To be honest, my socks, like I said, my socks don't match. I got my Uggs
Socks
on.
don't match.
You know, Adidas, and this is, I don't know.
It's 1 in the morning.
This shirt, and this is the outfit of a dad. If y'all didn't know what dads look like when they get home, I guarantee you Todd is similar in what fit he decided to put on when he get home to them 5 kids. And me, I got 2. And this is what it looks like. My haircut resembles daddy. Goatee? Who else got a goatee?
Daddy.
Him. All right?
Daddy.
Boy, he got kids. But I got him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Him. All right? It all fits.
Okay,
Okay? The whole thing works. So.
All right. I'm going against once again, this is Millie merch.
Yeah, this is nice.
Millie merch. They caught me in the middle of the mall.
Yeah.
Flagged me down.
Gotcha.
I couldn't pull out my phone quick enough to try to ignore them. So it was just like, all right, I felt obligated to see what they got. And they had some nice stuff. So this is Millie merch. They do The World Is Yours. A lot of the times
world
on a
is
lot
yours.
of stuff. So
The world
do that.
is mine,
As
is
always,
mine.
G-Star Jeans, G-Star, get at me because I need y'all more than y'all need me. Mason Margiela sneakers, compliment the hoodie, and that's pretty much it. Todd,
It's my turn.
It's your
Yeah,
turn. Talk
go
to us.
ahead,
man.
man.
Straight off the flight.
This is straight off a flight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I traveled in this, so this is my guest pants,
Okay.
guest black, just a classic
A
black.
classic
Right.
clean.
And then a
pant.
cream sweatshirt. And I knew Nico would have all the real diamonds around his neck. And I just thought that this Zara, I was like,
That's from Zara?
That's Zara?
yeah.
Oh, I
When
missed
did you pick that
collection.
up?
I picked it up about a year ago. This thing is kind of old, but I mean, it do
The
kinda-
diamonds are intact.
These
Yes.
are not diamonds.
Did you watch that? Did you watch that
They,
hoodie?
they give you, they give off a little something, you know.
Because you ain't lose none, so
No,
good
no, I ain't lose none. Ain't nothing fell off. I can wash
I
it.
like that.
See,
Nah, hey,
So
that's
it's
right.
that
I'm not gonna lie.
durable.
and then the ones, the Jordan
And then the
ones,
ones.
of course,
Can't go
classic,
wrong
the
with
classic
classic
ones.
Jordan ones.
I like it,
Okay.
man.
Well, Lou usually does wine of the day, but there's no wine today.
Okay.
And there's just ice in your cup.
Okay.
there's no, there's
Yeah.
no.
Don't worry about what's
we
in your
just-
cup. What's in my
we
cup
just here,
is in
bro.
my
We just
cup.
here. We did a toast. and everything is everything. So
we got good juice in our cups. Ty has ice in his.
ice.
Yeah.
It's just all
Nothing but
about
ice.
preference.
Yeah,
And we're just enjoying this moment, bro.
absolutely, man.
Great moment.
Well, cheers.
Gotta
Heck yeah.
cheers.
Ting,
Once
ting.
again.
Let me see.
Ice. Now, y'all
That's
hear
all
the-
right. We don't
y'all
need
hear the
that.
ice?
You don't need that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Sure, yes, sir.
Cheers,
gonna be
man.
water
Cheers, my
soon,
man.
though.
Yeah, for real.
All right.
Um,
Now hold on, Nika. So how did obviously down you done? This is not just this is a major.
yeah, this is.
Major
And,
key.
How did you meet Todd? How did this happen?
Yeah.
It was. Obedience is like obedience is the key, bro. Like it is the end. Like it is it. Matthew Boyd was a teammate of mine, pitcher for Detroit, and we have spring training in Lakeland. So Lakeland is in between Orlando and Tampa. And he asked me, he said, "Man, you want to go to a concert?" And you gotta know, bro. Like spring training, you up at 6 a.m. You're playing at 1 p.m.
Yeah.
You get done it's for like at a home game, like you come out halfway through the game and you get done back to your apartment. It's probably 4 p.m. You got to repeat that, so it's just one of those things you got to really contemplate. Do I want to go to a concert?
Right. What kind of concert?
I'm just like, what are we doing? I said, yeah. I said yes. Right. All these things is going to definitely a lot of people saying no. I said yes, and you come to find out, it's like one of the best decisions in my life when you actually seeing like never been to a gospel concert, never really been to a concert, don't know who we're going to go see, don't know what I'm about to get in, nothing. I'm just going to show up. I was just present, right? Yeah. And you talking about a life-changing moment when it's a you getting prayed over. Like out the crowd, it's like, no, come on, like, no, it's and for Todd to say something directly to me though.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So he pointed you out.
Well, we came up as like the players, right?
The players. Man, I want to jump in on this, Nico. Let me jump in on that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Man, like, because you just brought it back to my mind. Like, I remember looking out there and I saw Nico, and really I had connected with Matthew Boyd, who was his teammate. But I saw Nico, and Nico, the swagger and the look, you could tell it was like this. It was this guy that had something more than what he was doing. You know what I mean? Like baseball. See, like in the world, people put so much weight on if you're a professional athlete, or if you're a big league baseball player, and he's a big league baseball player. So everybody's like, "Oh, you at the top."
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh, this dude right here got influence. He got an ability to be more than just that. And so when I saw him and then began to speak into him, I was like, I said, bro, you, and it wasn't no spiritual spooky weird. It was just like, nah, you got something different.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you got some ability.
Yeah.
And you can reach some people. And now like we just kind of have stayed connected. And that ain't changed. Like even with y'all sitting right here and having this going on, he still got that thing that I believe that God is really gonna bring alive once baseball is done. For real.
100%. I agree with that.
Yeah.
For sure.
I
That's
agree with that.
literally,
That's it. That's how
I'm telling you, obedience and showing up.
go to
And
this concert.
you're listening to this because bro, like you're in tune, right? You be in tune with God, and it's your relationship with Him, not religion. It's relationship, and you have that with you. But you get in the space of what you're doing and all the distractions, right? And then you come back, and it's like whoa, who is this? Right? I'm in there like, who is this? And I'm here. I've never heard his music. I listen to gospel. I'm like, what? Like I'm experiencing this for the first time. Like it's not like for the first time. I'm just like, you looking like on stage. I'm on stage looking like this. He go over there. I'm like this. He go this way. I'm like this. I hear him talk. I'm every word like. So we go up there and boom, he's speaking like to me like, and I'm like. There's nothing. I can't say anything. Right? You just you in a space of just like, bruh, you know, the spirits there. Like you just.
Did you remember what you said? Do you remember what you said?
Nah, but it was something along the lines of that, like that there was more on his life than what, you know what I mean? And the reason why I know that is just because it's just the way I feel now.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It ain't changed. You know, for me, when you see somebody that kind of reminds you of yourself, like as far as like, hey, you can tell he's just a down to earth, fun loving guy, but God still got a call in his life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, man, I just want to have a good time while I'm here on earth. I didn't want to be called. I didn't want to be tried. I didn't want to sing the gospel. But you know what I'm saying? But he picked me and said, that charisma, that personality, that thing, we're going to use that to draw people.
Right.
Yeah. And so I saw that on him. I see that on him.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? And so, now we just done stay connected. And I never imagined it was going to be this. You know what I mean? I ain't, you know what I mean? I didn't know I was going to be sitting here doing a podcast with him. But I mean, I'm just, it's evolving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. So we go back to the, you're from Chicago, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Born and raised. You still out there.
I live in the burbs now.
burbs.
But
I love Chicago, man.
Do you?
Beautiful.
I love Chicago.
the food,
bro.
the food,
Just the city. Y'all city is so
dope.
attractive.
So dope.
Yeah,
Like,
you know
I
what
don't
I
know.
like about us though, man? Like we're straight shooters, and I always run into people from Chicago, like around the world. Like even in my mind, like you think about somebody like Kevin Garnett, KG. You see KG when he talking, KG just straight.
Oh, straight shooter.
Your eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or even Tony Allen now.
Yeah.
I hear you know that's that.
Yeah.
You're gonna get that constantly from
that grit,
people.
that grunt,
that thing, man,
Yeah.
where we don't really care. You know, like, and I mean, I'm a little bit more smooth because, you know, of my occupation.
For sure.
Presentation.
Yeah,
And your
but,
reputation.
but they don't care.
Yeah.
They flat out like yeah. So that's one
me.
thing I
This
love.
is this is me. You say accept it or don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of people may not know. I didn't know. Of course, these two guys play baseball.
Yeah.
You also play baseball.
Yeah. I ain't make as high as them, but I played.
you still got
was
drafted. You
Yeah.
still
I
got
had
drafted.
no idea. Yeah.
Yeah,
We're gonna
man.
talk about that.
To the Mets, right?
Yeah, I was a middle infielder, man. I could pick it, couldn't hit. And so that's really what kept me. Yeah, I couldn't hit the ball. I mean, the ball just was doing a little bit too much for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you had Dominicans throwing at you, and because they didn't know where it was going down to the minor leagues.
Right.
I was like, man, I don't want to get comfortable here.
Yeah.
Right.
Y'all don't know where it's going, and y'all 6'4".
Yeah.
I'm
Throwing 98.
150 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, I'm straight on all this.
This is a tough matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how was that feeling just of playing and so was that the dream at first, like playing baseball?
that was my only dream.
That was your only
Yeah,
dream.
I didn't
and then
want to
you
sing.
reached that, get drafted.
Get drafted, and then I look. I'm gonna tell you what. It was a story that really kind of opened my eyes to what I could end up doing. Me and a guy named Lastings Milledge.
Oh,
You know Lastings
Lastings Milledge,
Yeah.
Lastings Milledge was a first round draft pick with the New York Mets.
Okay.
And while I was in that organization, we went to a club one night, and then when we went home, we promised us, hey, we're gonna go to church in the morning. We got up and we went to this church, and the pastor was like, hey, some of the Mets baseball players are here today. And when we hear that one of them sing, because, you know, I would be singing around, you know, whatever. And so they had said that. The pastor says, hey, you mind coming up? I mean, we had been drinking. We had been, you know what I'm saying? I was like, bro, I'm finna.
I'm gonna do this one.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know
right now.
what.
All right, here we go.
So I go up there, and the one song that I knew at that time was His Eye on the Sparrow, but because of Sister Act 2.
Yeah. Solid move,
I
by
had
the
listened
way.
to
Solid move.
Bro, I
Solid.
had listened
Yeah.
to that song so many times. And so I got up there and I sang that song. And when we got back in the car, Lastings was like, he said, bro, you doing the wrong thing, bro. He's like, this, you should be doing that. He said, what I felt. And that was the moment I said, man, maybe I'm different.
Yeah.
Maybe something is different.
Bro, he could say that's what he said to him, like that feeling. What he's saying, like I'll explain to people like, bro, you just gotta go see him.
Yeah.
Cause you be trying to explain, man, it's been Todd's good. You can't really like, what else I'm gonna tell you?
Yeah.
You have to go experience the presence
Wow.
of God in a room, in a building. Like, because every time we're like, I just wish Todd just seen something. Like, you just be, because it's that feeling of, you can't replicate anything like the presence of God. Like, you cannot replicate that. It's just he's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Right? And you gotta be willing to accept him there. But that's what Lashley Millis told him is exactly
that was my turn.
Yeah.
When he said that to me, that was
Was that like an instant, like, or did it go?
it was an instant knot in my stomach that didn't leave.
That knew, like, it's not where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I feel like we all,
listen to him.
yeah, we all, like, for instance, Blue baseball now is about to try to be an analyst. Like, that's his calling. Loves baseball. You know what I'm saying? Nico, what he's doing with his, nonprofits and the things he's doing after baseball, even though he's still playing, he's still making platforms like this.
Yeah.
Me, God telling me, hey, sit down, talk to people. Like, you have that gift.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know that until having friends like that. And you're saying that you had a friend that looked at you and said, hey, man, you
And right after we just got done kicking it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you start talking real with somebody, after you was out and we was out there chasing something, we trying to, pull something in, and then you start talking to me on the real one, and he's like, that's a real, it comes from his heart.
Real friend.
Yeah.
So when that not it just you were fighting? Were you fighting that?
I was literally about to ask that. Like, were you like, nah, man?
No, I'm supposed to be out here. I'm supposed to be out here grinding,
Yeah,
man.
right.
A baseball off the lid.
Absolutely. Because for one, like we don't sing to each other in the clubhouse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
no, for
that's
sure,
not something you're proud of, really, because you just like, man, players, we ain't trying to show that side of us.
Yeah.
You're fighting for jobs.
Yeah.
And so I fought that. And then when I went home in the off season, I met Smokey Norfolk. And then I started going to his church. And when I saw his life, I was like, I can do that. He had a wife, he had children, he had, nice cars. He and I could tell he loved God, but still kept his swagger.
Right.
Because that's what I was like, man, I don't want to just be a pastor. I don't want to just be looking lame. I don't want, you know what I mean? I didn't want it.
Yeah.
And I just knew, even for my wife and my kids, I was like, this ain't what I want for y'all. I don't want y'all to be losing me to this.
Yeah.
And then y'all got to act a certain way because y'all trying to look like a pastor's son.
That's so real, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So I fought that. And so, but now I'm just kind of doing it my own way, even though I got to be true to God. I have to, because that's how you get the full impact of it.
Yeah.
So I got to be true to them, but at the same time, I'm still my kids. I think they can respect me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they can respect me like that. I allow them to just find your own way. Yeah, they go to church.
Yeah.
I make sure that they in there, but I'm just like, man, I'm not like, hey, this is what you're gonna do. This and that.
Yeah.
Nah, I want y'all to have a good time in life. Find your own way, and then prayerfully in that you will know who God is.
Yeah. Want you to choose.
Yeah.
Want them to choose their path to God. If that
Absolutely
makes sense.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was wondering as well. Like, cause I have family members that are pastors and stuff like that, and their kids, of course, a lot of us are raised in that church. And, like, it's almost like we have no choice.
Till you about resent it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you grow up, grandmother, mother, you're going to church. And it's like you never get that your own connection with God. So I feel like it's always important to allow, that
pick
person.
God.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Pick God.
Exactly.
See, we are, all of us up here, we came into a moment at some point where we were like, hey, I see why they had me in church.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Like, when you found out for yourself, oh, man, I really need them.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I got a neighbor, man, that owns a trucking company, and he makes a lot of money. He even flat out said to me, he said, Todd, I got so much money. You know what I'm saying?
That's how you know you got a lot.
Yeah.
Right? Like, hey, man,
I'm gonna become a burden.
I got so much money.
I've been trying to give it away. All this money. What happened down in Georgia? You can send.
He said the company. He's the president of. He said he do about $130 a year. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and so he said, yeah. So he said, but the reason why I said that is he said, so when you have a problem that money can't solve, that's how you know you need God.
My gosh.
That's how you know you need them. Because when you can have all the money in the world, and then when something pops up that money can't solve, then where do you go?
I got this story. Todd would know when you talking about being in that hospital room and you having a baby, right? And you seeing this woman, epidural didn't kick in yet.
Damn.
My second, like the first one, Caitlin had that epidural, right? So that when you talk about labor pains, like that laboring, she didn't go through that. The second time though, right? And for whatever reason, we're gonna get the epidural. It's gonna be here in an hour. It's gonna be here, and you're just watching, right? And you're just watching this. I'm watching this woman just go through it, right? I'm watching it, but the only thing she can say is, "Jesus, thank you, Jesus, thank you." Like she just, I'm telling this woman, hey, because he's telling you like, I can't go anywhere else. There wasn't nothing that I could. I'm helpless in the point. I'm just praying with you. I'm here holding with you. Like there's nothing I can do. But the only thing at that point was Jesus. And then it go away, right? She get her breath back, right? Okay. And then bam, and then it's like Jesus. Like she's in right, so you're witnessing you're witnessing what he's saying firsthand. If you understand, or if you know, right, that you don't know until I can't pay for this to go away now. Yeah, this epidural's not here. It ain't gonna be here, right? But then the other side was you didn't go through any pain when that epidural showed up though, because it's a point of those contractions stop. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that contraction stopped for long enough for that needle to go in that bag for you to finally, and so you just,
shout out to women, man.
What?
Man, yeah,
God,
right now.
I can't even imagine.
The only thing you can do is call on Jesus.
Squirming right now.
I'm like,
think about an epidural going my back.
Oh, God.
I can't move. Okay, I can't move. Yeah.
But that's only I feel because that's literally the only thing she had in that moment was God, and it's like I don't know where else to turn. I'm gonna turn to Him. Maybe he can help.
Can you share an experience of because I know a lot of people that may not believe in God or just have the questions like when you're talking to some of these people do you share the experience of look, I know my God is real and this is why did you have an experience that said, hey, God is real?
Mm-hmm. I think for me, he's shown himself when things like I walked away from playing baseball, then gave that chase up. Mm-hmm. My parents they hated the thought of this because they invested so much money for me to play baseball my whole life. Yeah, and then me come home and tell them no, I'm not. So I couldn't even go back to their home. Wow. So I was out by myself, and the reason why I'm able to say I know I saw him is that I would dream of stuff. Me standing in front of people singing. Me standing and I would see I would see people that weren't from America. I knew it. Wow. I would look at them, I'd be like, these people ain't from here. So I would wake up and I would tell my aunt, because I was living with my aunt at the time, I said, hey, I think God showed me a dream, showed me a vision. And when I start to see stuff like that, I said, man, there's no way that I just create this stuff in my mind.
Right. For sure.
I can't just create a future. Right. I knew that somebody greater than me was planning out my life and showing me glimpses just so I could keep going. Yeah. He would show me the stage. He would show me, I got you. He would show me my family and say, I'm going to take care of them. Yeah. Financially, you won't have to worry about it. All you have to do is do what I said. Those things made me know he was real. Wow. Because I was like, I can't create this. Yeah. Because for one, I didn't know. The greatest thing is I didn't know how a church singer got paid. I didn't know that.
Right.
Facts.
Right.
What happened? What we got going on? Because I still got to. Okay, what we get? McDonald's ain't free. Bruh. The dollar menu, it's a dollar.
I did not know. I said, okay, Lord, if I sing for you, then how are we going to pay the bills. Like what? So then, you know, I began to learn the business of music. Like, okay, I write a song, I get paid. I didn't know none of this stuff.
Yeah.
Man, I'm straight coming. I'm coming from playing baseball my whole life. That's all my only dream.
That's and that's the only way you know how to get paid.
Yeah, it's the only way I was like, I'm gonna get paid doing this. I'm gonna be a millionaire. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
I didn't know nothing about like, okay, I write a song, I get paid. I write a bunch of songs, I get paid more. I go and get on stage and I sing. They pay me to do that.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the reason I came over there. I came over there because God said, "This is your destiny. This is what you made to do." And I felt that in my heart. I went to my parents and told them that. My parents were God-fearing people. Hey, the Lord told me. The Lord ain't tell you nothing. So my old man, the Lord didn't tell you that, bro. You worked your whole life to play professional baseball. Then you get drafted. Now you there and you telling me the Lord tell you?
Wow.
I said, Lord, I'm telling you, the Lord told me. This is what I'm supposed to do. And he was like, nah, I mean, we got into it so bad. It's real bad. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he pulled up on me and everything. It was bad.
So they respect you, but they instill something in you. You see what I'm saying?
You see, you got it.
Yeah.
They instill something in you.
That they couldn't even.
You see what I mean?
They couldn't even stand against what they had put in me.
Right.
So they taught me to trust God, believe God. And then when I finally did, they was like, hold on. We didn't raise you to do that to go against us. But see, I be teaching people all the time. And even when I look at my children, I say there's going to come a day where they're going to have to stand against me. And they're going to have to trust God for themselves. Because I think I know what's best for them, but he does. And he might steer them in a way that ain't got nothing to do with what I'm saying. Because I mean, I want my son to play professional baseball, of course.
Yeah.
I really want that. I want that to happen for him, just because I want his life to. I want him to have some money on his own.
Yeah.
But that may not be what God wants for him.
Yeah.
And he may have to tell me one day. I think the crazy thing is he was in the service, and I'm gonna, we're gonna keep going. But he was in the service recently, and a man prophesied to him and said, your path is gonna look almost identical to your dad's. I got afraid.
Wow.
Because I'm like, God, you gonna take him away from the game and do what you did to me? You gonna make him lead people and serve? You know what I mean?
Right.
So I made me nervous. That's what the man said, and I believe when prophets speak. So I don't even want to go through. I ain't know we gonna be talking about this stuff.
Hey, man.
Yeah, this
flowing,
is good
man.
stuff.
So I have a question. So do you know when something is like in your heart and God is telling you like, hey, like you can't see nothing else but what God is telling you. Like what you just you know in that instance that's it. Like you can tell your parents, you could tell your wife or whoever it may be, like, hey, listen, this is it. I don't know how to explain it, but this is it. Wow. And I'm about to keep going on this path.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
overwhelming. When it overwhelms you.
Right.
When it overwhelms you and it will not let you go.
Yeah.
Then you know it's God. Now, the way you know it's not God is if it don't line up with what his word says. So if you get an overwhelming sensation to go and smash this chick, you know that don't line up with what he said.
That doesn't really line up with...
So you know that's more you than him. Right? That's you. But if you got something that he's pressed on you and you can't let it go, and it's you can't find it nowhere that it's against what he says, then he's pressed it upon you to go after it. And then the crazy thing is he's already made provision for it to work when you go after it. He's just waiting for you to actually go and do it.
Right.
So like if he was to say to you, Lou, I want you to be a pastor, he already got the whole staff that you're supposed to have. He already got them. He got the whole praise team. He got the band. He got everybody lined up. He just needs you to be like, all right, cool. I'm just going to go ahead and take this step. And then you see, you've done it before though. We've all done it before. Where we took a step and then all of a sudden everything was there.
I'm going through it right now. I swear to you. Wow. We've talked about it in previous episodes. Like I literally got a feeling and hit one person up, utilize my resources like I be telling people.
And the resources
literally
open.
Door open. You're like, What? Okay, cool. I'm gonna go through this one, and then I'm gonna go through that
He
one.
speaks to us.
Yeah,
That's how
yeah.
he confirms us,
Yeah.
bro. And the crazy thing, we miss it. A lot of people in the world, we miss it because we aren't sure if he is.
Like, this is a little too good to be true.
Yeah,
Like,
and we know that. You
Yeah.
know that, and we know. We like, man, we ain't that cold.
Yeah.
I ain't that cold at this.
I'm
working.
cold, but I ain't that cold. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
my life, bro.
The key word is when it don't line up with the Bible
With the
say.
word.
Yeah.
So what you got to do though? The first step is getting into the
You
word.
got to get in the word. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And
First step.
he got grace enough that he'll take you. He'll allow you to find it,
Mm-hmm.
even if you ain't in it.
Yeah.
Like if you're about to do something that's outside his will,
Yeah.
he'll hit you in the face.
Yeah.
He'll allow you to. But most of the time we be like, oh no, that must have been coincidence. I got slapped.
Yeah.
Like that.
They
know
give
what I
you a
mean?
way out.
Yeah. Yes. A way of that's Bible.
Yeah.
He'll
They
give you a way
out.
of escape. Yep.
Yeah.
So he'll slap you, or he'll allow you to get slapped in a way that it don't really hurt that bad, but it's just like I ain't supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But what we do is we rationalize and we say, that slap, that might not have came from him. That might have just been a slap.
It might have just been.
Let me try it
whatever.
again, and you keep going, and he ain't gonna keep on forcing you out of it.
Yeah.
He'll let you.
That's
He'll let you have what you shouldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
so. So obviously you've been blessed, gifted with talents, baseball, now gospel music. So have you always been able to sing? You play the guitar. I just saw that. Witness it. Grab that guitar right there. And was like, what
Tune
y'all
it
got?
up.
And tuning
Y'all
it.
got in here.
And
Tune
tuning it, man.
I told him it's just for decoration.
I can tell because ain't nobody played that.
I don't know what's going on.
It got an app and everything.
He has an app and everything.
Did you?
Yes.
The
And
guitar.
tuning the guitar, and it
Yes.
said ding, and he tuned the next one to ding.
He got batteries in it?
Nah.
No, in his phone. His phone
Oh,
had an app.
He got an
Yeah.
app. He plays
Hey, man, ain't know what's
plays
going
the
on.
piano.
Yeah.
So like, are these just talents that you always had your whole life, and you just was pursuing baseball, and on the side I'm a sing, play the guitar.
We had a piano in the house,
Uh.
and and I played it, and I learned how to play heart and soul. Dun, 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 I don't know if y'all.
Yeah, I remember that beat.
Yeah. It's one of them old school.
Old
joints. I mean,
school,
yeah.
okay.
So that was the first song I learned, and I just kept teaching myself. And I write better on the piano than I do the guitar. On the guitar, I just kind of dabble enough to give it to somebody else.
Yeah.
Piano, I sit down and I can play a little bit more fluid.
Yeah.
You're comfortable on stage with the piano?
I can sit down on the piano and play on stage, and especially, man, I can worship real well on the piano. Like I can kind of create a moment.
Right.
That right there, that guitar, I get lost. You know what I mean? My finger in it, I don't.
Do you feel like that's the spirit when you playing the piano and you, like you say, you just can just go?
Bro, this is the way that I set the atmosphere in my house. Like I got baby grand right in the foyer when you walk in. Look, if I feel things off in my house, I can sit down and I can play and I can drive some stuff out. All right, so look at this. You had at the Super Bowl. That's now this video that's going viral of this lady that was doing witchcraft on.
The Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes doll while the game was going on.
I have not seen
Wait a
it.
minute.
Yes.
Well, nope. Didn't see
That's
that.
crazy. Did
Time
see
out.
it.
I haven't seen
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, so she's sitting there the whole time,
Yeah,
just
holding a
stabbing them with
just stabbing a little Patrick Mahomes doll in her hand
And
and just stabbing.
I bring that up because I mean, like, I really, really believe in what we cannot see is more powerful than what we can see. So when I play piano in my house, I'm whatever I don't want in.
Yeah.
That's what that sound is for me. I get a chance to soothe and play, use my gift the same way they say David played for the king, got it up off him. When the king needed somebody skillful to come and play because he said he was going through depression.
Right.
Yeah.
He come in and he play, drive that spirit up off of him. And that's kind of the way, to answer your question, that's kind of the way I use my gift.
Gotcha.
And then when I get in front of a bunch of people, then that's what Nico was talking about earlier. That's what you feel.
Yeah.
Because I'm using my gift now to drive that up off of everybody in here.
Wow.
So
I got it. Now I got it because I missed out
That's what's up.
when you. We won.
Well, I'm trying.
We was.
I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Rebuilding our friendship.
You gotta think. Look.
So I missed out on a great concert.
Bro,
you know?
Todd pulled up for the foundation, and we
man.
did a concert at the Epicenter, and it had to be like 30 of us,
Yeah.
right?
Went
No,
like
this
it was 30,000 up in there.
Yeah.
It had to be. I promise you, and it was just something I wanted to do, no matter how many people showed up. That's how I view everything I do.
Yeah.
It's just where's the one?
Mm-hmm.
You know, where's the one that's gonna change
Yeah.
everybody? Because it might not be me, but I want to impact somebody that could possibly do it. And so when you pull it up, it's like, bro, 30 people
Yeah.
in an epicenter. We talking about epicenter's not a little venue.
Yeah.
It's
Right,
like
no.
it's a thing, but it's the same thing. It's the same. I've seen him. I've been to 3 concerts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen him where it's a lot more people.
Packed.
A lot more people that came to one another.
Yeah.
But that's not the point. It's the same
Energy.
feeling.
Energy.
Yeah.
It's not, you know what I mean? It's
Is that important to you to like no matter if it's one person or
Yeah, man.
30,000?
I got an audience. My audience though is in heaven, bro.
Yeah.
And so whether it's whoever's up in here, you just getting the residuals
Yeah.
of what really this is all about.
Yeah.
And so like, you know, I make sure that I don't just give him scraps
Yeah.
when I'm up there. And then I believe though, like I said, like if that lady was sitting there doing that at the football game, she believes that she has some influence. You know what I'm saying? She believes in some type of dark power or whatever that she's got over whoever, Patrick Mahomes or whatever. I mean, I'm just thinking about the game right now. I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
It worked.
Man got his tail whooped.
Right? I'm about to
Man
say
got
it
beat
worked.
down, right? She's sitting there.
Yeah.
I mean, and that
crazy.
ain't
I
nothing to
haven't
play
seen
with.
that.
I'm not
Yeah,
even, you know, I'm not
yeah,
joking,
yeah,
but I'm
nah.
just saying they got beat down pretty good.
Yeah.
So, but I'm just saying that, like, you know, if she's able to believe in her dark power, then I'm able to believe in my God power.
My higher
Yeah,
power. Yeah.
yeah.
Sure.
Absolutely.
what's that creative? Because I love music. Like that's
I see.
bro.
Yeah.
I see. They was telling me, I didn't know this
Yeah.
was a studio.
Oh yeah, like I love it. I can't play it.
You ain't you should talk to me. I could have, man.
Oh,
I didn't know you was into it like this.
oh man, whatever. You know.
We make
Still
something
can
happen,
make it
dog.
happen now.
Hey, I be getting.
It ain't nothing to bring to the table.
We make
I
something
tell
happen,
every
man.
time I say, "Hey, bro, pull up, man."
He said, you know.
Yeah, I just so that creative because I've seen you on the piano
Yeah.
and you just set your phone up. So when you trying to create, what is that process for you creating? Are you dabbling in just? I'm just gonna sit down here
Melody.
and then my.
Melody.
So how can you just how's that start? I'm because
Yeah,
I'm
do you
so
just make a
interested. Like how
melody?
does it start
Man.
for you to? Because a lot of
Freestyle.
people would. I put this out here. A lot of people would say you reading the Bible, bro. Right?
Right.
A lot of people would say that. Bro, you ain't doing nothing to reading the Bible, huh?
Right.
I heard them. You ain't. I can't remember who said that.
You know, yeah.
Well, you said it, and I heard you. You ain't seen him. Hey, you haven't seen him before.
Right.
Go and see it. Right.
Right.
So what's that? What's your?
So let me say, well, they say a lot of things about LeBron James that I don't really agree with either. Like, you know what I mean? Like they'll say, well, he ain't got no moves. He ain't got no moves. Like Michael Jordan, he ain't got no move. I'm sorry, the man got 40,000 points. He got
some moves.
He got
And
something.
continuing.
Yeah, something.
Get buckets.
Yeah,
He
I
got
mean, at the highest level.
buckets.
So you may say that. Somebody may say that. He's just reading the Bible. Man, there's so much. For one, that creative process on the spot of me just opening up a Bible and singing the Bible in front of people. We don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to flop.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to read at a higher than the 10th grade level that day. You know what I mean? Like, we
Be
don't
able
know.
to sing it, yeah.
I don't know if the melody is going to come together. So, like, that's one of the most vulnerable places that I ever put myself in. And now we're going to talk about something that I love, faith.
Yes.
Because without faith, it is impossible to please. That's what the Bible says. Without faith, it's impossible. So when I stand up in front of people and I go to sing the word, I have to have faith that he's going to make this make sense. or else I'm gonna look a fool.
Wow.
And he ain't never let me look foolish. Even stepping away and not playing baseball anymore. He's never let me look foolish.
Wow.
So in that little moment, I'm exercising faith possibly more than people ever use in their life.
Yeah.
Stand in front of thousands of people and just be like, all right, here we go. And my band, I got them out there bogus too.
Mm-hmm.
Because they done got used to being out there. Yeah, like. What if he fails us?
Yeah.
But they've gotten used to it. They know that we don't fail there.
Yeah.
And they know we all look forward to it. Now, every night when we on stage, everybody's like, okay, here we go. And then I even hear it when I go to pick my Bible up, man, people out there.
Wow.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
Because they know it's finna.
Go
It's
crazy.
gonna take
Yeah,
off.
because man, when you start saying what
That's
he
that
said,
impact. That's
it's
that
over.
impact from the
Oh
word.
yeah.
Do you have like a speaking of faith, a song that you was like, I know for a fact this is going to impact people, and I have faith and believe in this. What song?
Man, I got some
know you got a
songs,
lot.
man. So it depends on the direction, right? Your Great Name is a song that energy is gonna hit the room. Energy. Like crazy. King of Glory, one of my favorite singers covered it for me, CeCe Winans. She covered the song for me. That's another song that when you talk about reaching all cultures,
Yeah.
that song reaches outside of who I am. So that means a lot to me. The anthem. I mean, you know, like I have songs for different reasons.
So you got some bangers.
You
got some
I
bangers.
do like all this. So like I've been extremely blessed to have a beautiful catalog that I'm gonna leave behind for my kids one day.
So what's that? What's that?
You have some unreleased ones?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. Mm-hmm.
That you plan on releasing?
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. So
Or
crazy thing
is
is,
it gonna stay in the archives?
no. Crazy thing is, I've been signed to a record label my whole entire time, and all of a sudden, the record label and Monarch is the name MNRK. They decided to dissolve, and when they dissolved, man, it was so much favor in it for me. They called me and was like, "Hey, man, we're dissolving, but this is really like a great thing for you because you have a great following, and now you're free." So you can do whatever you want to do. And they said that whatever you have, like you said, in the archives, you own it 100%. You can release it. And
Whenever you want.
it's yours.
Okay.
So, yeah, so I got something in the tank that God has given for me, and I'm the owner of it. Yeah.
What's that? So what's the song though? Because I think the question, what's the song that puts you in a place where you're the most connected with him in a sense of ain't nobody here in this place. No one's.
That's a tough question
No,
for
no,
somebody
yeah,
like
it
you.
is.
like no one's.
Because he feel like all of them, right?
Right.
But
No, okay.
but-
That one
but what
song
I'm-
for me.
For you, it didn't even be your. It didn't gotta be your
ain't
song.
gotta be my song.
It don't have to be none of it. But I understand everyone goes through a lot of different things. So the triggers of when that part, this song, this song.
Can we go around the room and say that? Because I have one.
Yeah, because that's
Can we go?
really good.
Can,
Yeah.
can we go around the room and answer that question?
Yeah, go
Is
ahead.
that cool?
Go ahead.
No, you gonna answer that first. No.
That's me?
Yeah, no, you gotta answer that first. That question was directed towards you.
More so of worship. Because for me, worship is so personal.
Dang.
So
Come back to me. Come back to me.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
That's heavy. Go.
Yeah,
go.
that's
Bro, it's so
tough.
because this is where I be at.
That's where I be at.
This is where I'm at.
So walk up song. You know about that. Baseball.
Okay, yeah.
Walk up.
What's the walk up song, man? Gotta know.
Walk-up song for me. No, I don't know.
You
I don't know.
Gotta pick one.
Yeah, don't have to be a gospel song.
No, it definitely wouldn't be a gospel song. I got
You gotta
go to work.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, I gotta do something. I gotta do some damage up here. Wait a minute.
Nigga, hey, talking about I'm a fly like he go and put it.
do some damage. Man, wait. It's gotta be for me. See, I'm like a Tupac guy because that's when I was listening.
So
Okay.
So
How do you
but
want
this
it?
is bad.
How do you want it? Or what you got?
How do you want it is great.
How do you?
But I
might-
was
you
gonna,
might
but
get
I
them
was
all.
gonna say
Up
that
and
this is
down
sad.
like
Y'all ready?
What?
This is my favorite Tupac song. Y'all probably don't even know this.
What?
F all y'all.
Oh, wow.
Do you remember this?
Nah, don't.
No.
See what I'm saying? Y'all
No,
gonna go
I
and listen
don't.
to this.
Not only don't.
That's
do I not-
sad. That's sad that it's my favorite.
Not only do I not remember it, I know it.
You don't know.
I never even heard of
Watch
it.
when you gonna say, why is that his favorite song? It for me it's the guitar line. I would play it, but if he had a radio version of that,
Yeah.
I would walk up to that.
Okay.
Because I mean it's just
Plus.
first of all, it's like
Man.
listen to what it's saying.
Yeah.
I'm talking directly to the picture.
I'm
like,
talking directly to the picture and everybody in the field.
It ain't a game.
All
It ain't a
y'all
game.
there.
y'all.
This
All
ain't no
y'all out
game.
there.
Wow. So let's talk.
That's a walk-up song, but
That's
how do we go back to worship after I said that's the song?
Yeah,
that-
we cannot.
We cannot.
we cannot.
That's why I was going to
Yeah, that moment-
fatherhood.
Yeah, that moment's gone.
Yeah.
We're gonna just keep it.
Fatherhood. So you mentioned you have 5 kids.
Yeah.
How is being a parent of 5, a starting 5?
Yeah.
5 childrens.
Yeah, I don't have any. So
How was that, huh? It's live actually.
Yeah.
It actually is really, really
lit.
live. Oh yeah, the house is always going, but the only thing is like, man, you don't get a lot of alone time. Like me and my wife, we don't get a lot of alone. We got a 3-year-old, and she kind of is always there. She sleeps with us, and we kicked everybody out except for her because she's the last one.
Yeah.
So we just kind of like, okay, you know what? We're not even about to wrestle with you.
Yeah.
We ain't about to try to train you.
Yeah.
She's probably the
Just
most
come on.
untrained
Yeah.
child in the house, you know. And so, but other than that though,
It's great.
I love it. Yeah, no, because I think when it's time for them to go, I'm gonna miss them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I really would. Yeah, because like it's always noise,
Yeah.
great noise, you
Yeah.
know. And you could tell the difference between a cry. You know what I'm saying? So like once they crying, they fighting. It's a good fight. Cool, whatever. But when that one cries, like, oh man, somebody may have fell down from a far distance or something, you know?
Yeah.
And then you got to get up.
Somebody might have hurt
Yeah,
themselves.
yeah, it might be serious.
So you brought out the junior.
I brought Junior down here to be with Nico,
Be with Nico.
and he is so excited
Yeah.
to learn. And just I was telling Nico before we got on here, spiritually, what he's getting just by being here in the building.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that in itself, because he's trying to become what Nico has already become. You know, and what you've already become. So just being in your presence for him, it's going to be a spiritual transaction first. Before they even pick up a bat ball, it's going to be like, man, I'm just looking at what my life can be. And I can see it. I can see it tangible now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas I could just watch it on ESPN.
Yeah.
You know, it was a couple nights where we were just laying around and where Nico came up, you know, on TV last year. You know what I'm saying? Even and his name just popped up.
Yeah.
So I run upstairs, I hear him go, boom, 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 Nico just had it in the bat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That just gave him a rush.
Yeah.
You know, but now to be here in this building right here with him and now just to be able to study, it's gonna give him what
That's
he needs.
definitely gonna trigger. Yeah.
How do you feel about like just the, you know, talking about your kid, the presence? Like I know Nico too. I don't have any kids, but you know, God willing, I'm hoping to have some as well. Just being in the present, you know, of I'm in my kid's life. You know, how important do you feel that is?
I that's almost to my detriment. I think that's the most important thing. And why I say to my detriment is because I will put myself in harm's way to make sure that I'm there for them.
Yeah.
And I love them so much, bro. Like, dude, I just when I believe a man in the home makes a world of a difference.
Yeah.
In the young ladies' lives, and especially in the fellas' lives. You know, I can't say especially because it's both equal to me. I think that a lot of times fathers feel like, well, the girls can go with their mom. Like if something bad was to happen between the parents, the girls can go with their mom. It matters.
It definitely matters.
Dads matter, and so, yes, I I'll go through a whole lot before I'm ever not present in their life. I mean, like, you're going to have to really, like, my wife would have to beat my tail or something. If you know,
you're gonna have to literally get me.
You got to kick
off
me
the planet.
Yeah.
What's wild is like I hear him talk a lot, about his daughters and like bro, it's a different love,
Man.
Like when you're a kid, I will do anything. I don't play like.
Man,
what is it like?
Look at this. Look at this. One of my kids. Let's see. I can give you stories, man, because I loses it for them.
Yeah.
So I'll give you one story. Todd Jr. It was before he was homeschooled. This kid, I don't know what him and this little dude was into it about. This little guy. Well, they on the bus. This little guy walks up, punches Todd in the back of the head. And the kids had their phone out, their video, and Todd turns around and just start punching the kid. Bop, 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 bop. The bus driver gets up, runs to the back, grabs Todd, yanks Todd off the boy.
Yeah.
And so they call me, like, man, he's suspended. He gonna be suspended. And I said, why is he suspended? He got punched in the back of the head. What did y'all
defending
want?
himself? Yeah.
Now I'm boiling though while I'm talking to him already because they talking about they suspended him. I'm already boiling, and then I end up saying to the guy, I just like, hey, listen, man, if you was to ever put your hands on me, I would do the same thing to you.
Yeah.
Man, I get off the phone with him. The next call I got was the police department said, hey, you no longer able to come to the school district of such and such. I was like, man, I don't care, man. I was like, I'm telling y'all, if anybody was to put their hands on me, that's what would happen. I ain't on the phone. I'm salty, right? I get off the phone. I tell Todd we gonna homeschool you. Because I say, because that's stupid, right? Now, they told me that I was banned from the whole district. I got other kids. I didn't even think about that.
Wow.
I got the other little kids. They said, no, you can't go to none of the schools.
Wow.
So they really, they wanted to have a meeting with me after I said that to them, man. So I went in, sat down at the table, talked to them, and they said, hey, look, we're not banning you. We do that just because we know that if we don't, no father would come in and talk to us.
Right.
So he said, we just want to get you to come in and talk to us and just know that you can't really say things like what you said. And I was like, it's cool, but I'm just say that to say, for your kids, man, you'll get out of pocket.
Yeah.
Like, I was ready. I'm like, man, I get out of pocket. Because when I said what I said, I'm like, I want to see what your response is going to be. Now, if your response is anything other than God bless you, we outside with it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I promise you,
I've witnessed. Like,
man.
I can imagine.
It don't matter, and it had nothing to do with me and you.
Yeah.
You turned it into that.
Yeah.
Because you can't understand what I'm talking about.
This
and what
my
I'm talking
child.
about so valid.
Yes.
And now you try to go back and forth with me.
Yeah.
Now I'm out with this little boy. They'll put my kid in the back of the head.
Yeah,
I'm out
man.
with you now because you defended.
No, wait. And to add on to that, because you just reminded me of this, they gave me the young kid's father's number.
Oh.
I called him. I said, my son said, that he would like to finish the fight with your son.
That's at Chicago.
Yeah.
Is there any way we can set this up? If my son loses, then me and you can.
Me and you can get into it.
I was off the deep end. Look, I had called because I had them in martial arts.
Yeah.
I had called his martial arts school. Can we get a paper? Can we get a paperwork? Just sign the paperwork. Let these kids get in the ring and just get after it for a little bit.
Official.
And I told the dad that. Dad was like, "Oh no, I think they got it out their system."
I bet.
I was.
You sure? I ain't get it out mine.
I was hot because I saw the video. I'm like, your son punched my son in the back of the head. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I saw it, man, and I was proud of him because he was throwing him. He went back there and he threw his hands extremely well. And his dad, even the dad was like, man, your son, he came back there and gave my son exactly what he's supposed to have. But I'm like, but we were still mad.
Yeah.
Because your son, you can hurt somebody hitting him.
Oh,
in the
yeah,
back.
absolutely. Hit
So-
the back of the head.
So
Jesus, I had to pray about the whole thing because Jesus said went out.
Yeah.
You look at you, I'm about to say.
Jesus was like, hey,
No.
hey now. Remember, keep your eye on me. Eyes on me.
The word.
Yes.
Hey,
Word.
remember.
But, you travel a lot. I need to hear this story about the lion.
The lion.
Yeah,
Please, bro.
Where's the
All right, there's
break
some-
down the set and everything.
All right,
like,
so my team and I, we go to Africa a ton. And big shout out, I know as I share this on my platform.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, they
they rock,
Legos,
yeah.
Ghana, they watching. All right,
Yeah.
they're my people, and I love y'all. But we went over to South Africa, Cape Town. They allowed us to do a safari, and then they took us in one of the cages. It was two different situations that happened. We took us in one of the little cages, right, and they got a couple of well-trained lions, and so the well-trained lions are supposed to be, cool.
Yeah.
No.
So we get in there, and we were able to pet them. Well, let me tell you. First of all, how it went. And we stepped in there.
You touched the lion.
I touched the lion. So look, we step in there. They in the corner. They're in the corner.
I'm shaking as he says.
So look, when we step in there, they don't move. So I was like, oh, they cool, y'all. Like, they not moving. We took about 3 more steps forward. They rushed us and surrounded us. I said, oh, wow, they smart. Like, they wanted us to get in there far enough that we couldn't go turn around and go. They let us take a couple steps. Boom, they rush. Boom, surrounded. And they just start walking through, like cats, walking through your legs, walking around. And I was just like,
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
What?
I'm like, yeah, they walking, they rubbing up against you.
Bro.
And I'm like,
I thought you said you in a cage.
no, not a cage. This is like a cage, like
a
like
wildlife.
the basement. It's about the size of the basement.
Oh.
Yeah.
The story's changed for me.
Yeah.
Come out.
We inside.
So
of there.
you in the cage with the lions?
With the- yeah.
You're not in a cage and the lions are around the cage.
No,
No. They're in the cage with the lion.
The lion, yeah.
You
we in there with the handlers though. So the handlers are in there with us. They did this for us, and they said, "Hey, we're gonna let y'all." I'm gonna send the video. They was like, "We're gonna do this for y'all." And so we went in there, and they after a little while, they started getting a little excited. They started getting a little amped up. They was jumping up, standing up. You know what I'm saying? They would stand up on the handlers first, then they start bumping in us. So as they start bumping us, I started moving towards the door. I was like, I said, it's getting a little, they getting a little aggressive.
Rowdy
I'm not
in
finna
here.
be a headline.
And then my drummer goes, he says, "Hey bro, I think he trying to bite me." Like that, and I said, I was like, "Nah." And the handler said, "Oh no." And I was like, "Nah, I ain't trying to bite you." Man, he grabbed that butt. He grabbed the booty cheek, man, of my drummer. Bop. And then he said, no, I'm sure. He We took off out of there. We got up out of there.
Did they not chase y'all? Or did y'all scurry backwards?
Yeah, we scurried backward. We backed out and we went through it's a little opening in the gate. We all shut it. Boom.
You know what's crazy about that? Because you said, we was in there with the Wranglers. Like, what are they going to do?
What the hell are they going to do if one of them lions get loose?
I don't know.
They gonna get them first. That's what I'm saying. Get them first.
But they said they said it was my one time. I said, man,
Because these full grown?
They wasn't.
They lionesses?
No, they look like the size of Great Danes.
Okay, you saying they going through your legs?
Yeah, no. So
You
they
know how
wasn't
big a Great Dane is?
Yeah, but they wasn't like.
Great Danes are big.
Wait, but they wasn't like, they wasn't like daddy lions.
They was
like,
house cats.
Nah, they was bigger than house
They was
cats.
house
It's a
cats.
lion, Lou.
Yeah.
I know that, Mike.
Wait till I
was
show
being
y'all the video.
sarcastic.
It's a lynx.
Wait till I show y'all the
No,
videos.
a Great Dane. You know how big a Great Dane is, bro?
Exactly.
Yeah, like in person they look. So the full grown line look like little Toyotas. That's about how big they feel to me.
Bro. And
Like if you
got-
see a lion up close,
A car.
a car. That's
and-
what they feel
and
like.
you got in the cage with him.
Body now, these wasn't that big. These was like teenagers.
That's crazy.
They're strong.
Bro.
Yeah, these was teenage lions.
How, so
It's a wild animal, bro.
You shouted out Africa. How was that experience besides, the lions, which is crazy? But
So the people, man, they love you and they love in a different way. And one of the things they would say to me is welcome home, right? And that welcome home hits you so deep because you thoughts that you never even thought about before rush your mind. And then you start to even realize how you've been programmed differently here in America. That's a whole nother. That's a whole nother something. Like you realize being around them, dang, I've been kind of programmed to not be so loud, like not be myself. Not like it's a lot of that you start because you see them free.
Yeah.
They can be as loud as they want to be. They can be as, you know what I'm saying? What is called ghetto here.
Yeah.
Man, they just for example, like in church, they dance. Man, that dance wouldn't be allowed here in America because it would look like, oh, when they dance, it's ba 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 at church.
Yeah.
And it's holy before God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You do that over here, you think you like, hey,
Whoa.
She dropping
the
that
club.
joint. Yeah.
Are you twerking?
Right. So it's just a freedom that we've been told here that don't do that. That's that. And you go over there when they say welcome home, like you free.
Yeah.
You good. Express yourself. Be what, and you start looking around and seeing everybody act the way what's normal to you, and you start feeling at home. You start feeling like, this is where my people.
So you advise?
I advise everybody. Everybody needs to go to the motherland. Everybody needs to go and find out. Even try to search your ancestry. Find out where you are, where you're from. They call me Igbo. They say I'm Nigerian. Igbo man. They call me an Igbo man. I don't even know what that means, but I am that.
I identify.
It's a tribe, Igbo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not Debo. Ebo.
Not Debo, Igbo.
I thought it was like Ebola.
No.
Chill out, man. Chill out. What's your favorite place to visit in Africa?
Probably it had to be Nigeria. I love Cape Town is dope because Cape Town that give you a San Francisco vibe. You know, beaches.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you got like we were talking about earlier, the Iron Man.
Yeah.
That house is there, hanging over the water. So you got real Americanized.
Wait. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Iron Man. You seen Iron Man?
Yes.
Like Tony Stark's?
Yes.
Yeah. On the ledge that got destroyed?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
That's in South Africa.
That's what's
So
up.
South Africa is very much Americanized. Like you got the beaches, you got you would love it.
I'm going.
Yes, sir, Doc.
Africa.
Episode in Cape Town?
Man. And I'll do a concert there, and y'all.
I don't know about that flight for me because you know what the plane situation.
That flight is long, but you wouldn't want to come back.
That's all right.
You mess around, rent one of those out. But I would say Lagos, Nigeria, for the experience though of the people.
Yeah.
The actual experience of the people, and then they aggressive. I love that.
He's aggressive.
They are.
When you say
Let me get that Scully.
They're aggressive, dog. Like,
what do you mean aggressive?
oh
What does
man,
that
you
mean?
like if you're in the airport, like they loud and in your face right away when you get there. You gotta stand your ground, or else they'll make you feel like
Like what?
like what? Okay,
Like-
so say like if somebody want to help you with your bag and they trying to
They just take it.
yeah,
and
they
just
just
help you
grab
with your-
it, and then they expect you to
Tip
tip them. But they real aggressive with it, and you gotta be like,
Nah, I'm good.
nah, I'm
Hey,
straight.
bro, then I say I got
And
this.
if you tip one person, videos I've seen, it's more, especially
it's
kids.
it's more and like you don't want and not that you don't want to tip somebody because I be showing love, but you just have to be careful because they
swarm.
Swarm.
and then like you got I don't want to say the wrong because I have people that be watching that, but like I've got hemmed up by an officer over there before, and you know what I'm saying, had me in a room and I had to tip him, you know what I'm saying, because what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, you got it, bro.
I don't even speak the language, bro.
Right, I don't even speak the language, bro.
I don't know what you got going on.
My brother, here you go.
Right.
God bless you.
Yeah, they hemmed me up over there pretty good one time, and I felt bad, but I mean, it was cool. I still loved it so much that I was like, it's cool. If one person ain't gonna spoil the whole experience.
For that.
So besides, the music, traveling the world, stuff like that. Besides your occupation, things that you like do for fun,
Who is
some
Todd?
stuff like
What do I do?
Who
Movies,
is Todd at?
travel.
Okay.
I like to kick it with I like to be out. Like my wife almost don't like that I like to be out this much. I really like. I found me a lounge somewhere, get up in a corner somewhere, and I'm up in there.
Yeah.
All night.
This my dog.
I'm not no club. But find me the lounge, put me in the corner, and I'm gonna be there until the thing about close. Cause I'm
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
What's your favorite movie?
Okay, I like Remember the Titans.
Okay.
It's a great movie.
Great movie.
Strong side. Yeah.
Strong side.
Okay, and then what's one more? Gladiator.
Gladiator.
1.
Did you like Gladiator?
Season 2?
Gladiator 2 was cool.
It was, yeah. It was,
Yeah,
ain't
but
seen
Gladiator 1
one is,
is
Original. Yeah.
special.
See, I like 300.
300.
Ridge, that was a good tough movie too.
Like, when
Yeah.
like when you get Gladiator, I'm like,
Yeah, that's a
300.
tough one.
like,
Like the second one was But
the second 300?
yeah,
I
Empire,
did not know
Rise of an Empire.
Boy, I
I
know
did
that.
not know that.
Yeah, I did. I watched that. It's cool.
That's
It's all
why I
right.
didn't know, because you said it's cool.
I went to a
It's all right.
festival to watch that one. They came out in the movie theater.
Yeah, no, I watched that one. Yeah, 300.
What's
is a
300?
great
The second one. What is it called?
movie. Rise of an Empire.
Rise
I ain't
of
seen
an-
that one.
Yeah, watch it. You know, it's cool. You sitting there like you can't find what to watch.
Yeah, my
Watch
boy
it.
Leonidas is over with. I don't watch it no more.
Menace to Society or Boys in the
Boys
Hood?
Hood.
Ag.
Both
Really?
of them.
Straight off
I like
straight
Menace to
hood.
Society
Boys in
more.
the
I
Hood.
feel sorry for your mother.
Yeah, that was. I didn't
What
like.
you
I didn't like
say?
the
What
acting.
you say about
my
Yeah,
mama?
I
What
didn't-
you
I
say,
didn't-
bro? You say, bro? I don't want to
you
in
say,
trouble.
bro?
Just get out. I don't want.
No, tell us to get out.
I don't want in trouble. Just get out.
You sorry for my mother.
Why did you say that to me? I feel sorry for your mother.
I feel sorry
Yeah,
for your
I
mother.
did.
What you said? I don't want any trouble. Just get out. That's why you gonna follow that up.
Boys in the Hood?
Nah.
That's.
Yeah,
That was
boys
Menace
in
to
the-
Society, wasn't it?
Yeah, I meant
That's
society.
I'm just saying. I'm
That
saying.
meant
Yeah.
society.
Boys in the Hood don't. When you ask Boys in the
But-
Hood or Men's in Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the hood all day.
Man, what?
This
No,
or
but-
Man,
that.
Lorenz
Man.
Tate was great in Menace to Society, though.
Nah, he ain't better than
He
Ice
great in a lot of
Cube.
movies.
Ain't better than.
Still ain't greater than the.
Cube.
Than Cube?
Yeah, Cube.
Yeah, Q.
Sound my door like you some type of gorilla on a football field or
Dang.
something. Like what?
You sounded just like
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, man? Nothing, man.
Y'all know that too much.
That's my
just
movie
like you.
man.
But
That's-
no,
I'm
that's
the only one that like Menace to Society.
No, you're not.
I mean, people
You just
like
asked
it.
the question
I
of
just don't. I'm
which
just
one
not a big
better.
fan. Yeah.
You.
Yeah, Menace to Society.
You the weakest link.
Man, Menace to Society just felt like it was more gruesome.
But what about Juice?
I don't think I ever watched the fullness of it. Wesley, right? What's his name?
That's crazy. That's crazy that you said that.
I heard you, Jack.
That's crazy that you said.
Wesley
That's what
Snipes
Wesley.
and
This ain't
What was Wesley
Blade.
Snipe in?
Blade.
Blade.
No, I'm talking about
You about New Jack
what-
City. You about New Jack City.
New Jack City. Oh,
City.
Jack.
New Jack
He
City.
said no.
Juice is Tupac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I was
You ever
saved.
willing
I
to
was
stand
saved
up,
back
throw
then.
down,
Nah,
and
what-
die
nah,
for that like Blizzard did if you want some juice? What?
I gotta watch that then.
I mean,
Like right
what?
away.
Right
I mean,
away.
Tupac, your favorite
Tupac
rapper, so
is-
I would say
Yeah,
watch.
Tupac
Don't mean
was-
he's his
Tupac was
favorite
great.
actor.
Yeah, no. Denzel's my favorite actor.
But he's a good actor.
What's your favorite
Yeah,
Denzel
good.
movie?
Favorite Denzel movie might be
Remember the Titans? No.
That's a great one.
That's a good one.
But I like him in what's this movie? What's this thing they
Not Equalizer.
Equalizer 1?
John Q.
John Q was so many. It's so many.
Hey, don't. Hey, you have a kid. Too?
I feel like that's what
Go
I'm
have
saying.
A,
If
hey,
you
go
ever
have a
fu-
kid
yeah.
and rewatch that.
No.
That
Go,
movie,
hey, go rewatch John
Yeah.
Q and Pit.
Yeah.
Because what you
No.
talking about? I'm off of myself. Like, he need my heart. Yeah. Do
I'm out.
something, John.
do something. John.
That woman know how to cry.
I
What
have
her
seen
name?
that.
Do
What that
something.
woman name
She-
is?
she
What that
gonna
woman
cry
name is?
ugly
Now she
too.
gonna cry.
She gonna cry ugly.
You talking about a woman that gonna do the ugly cry? You snot dripping.
I bet I got water. Now look at that.
She's going to, huh? Kimberly Lee's gonna cry.
Boy,
She
Jack
got
know his
that.
movies, man.
Do
Cry.
something, John.
Yeah,
All right, I
Jack
guess
know
I'm
his
you know what? I
movies.
guess I'm gonna hold the whole hospital hostage. You know what? You said that, lady. I'm gonna hold. Now it's a problem.
Yeah.
Now it's a problem. Now it's a problem. You done did all this crying.
Crying. Now I gotta hold up the whole hospital.
Wait a minute, and I'm gonna say it. Hold on, Mike. I'm gonna say it. Okay, women.
Uh-oh.
Hey, and now I don't care about that.
I don't care about that.
When you call on a man to be a man,
Be
then stay out
prepared.
this man way. When this man
prepared.
start doing man stuff,
Be
Come on,
prepared.
man.
I'm just gonna keep it
Come on, man.
1,000
Yeah.
Come
Careful
on,
what
man.
you ask for.
because it's rolling now.
Yeah.
And I activated it. It's activated. So once this kicks in, and I start following in line with what this man's supposed to be doing,
You don't get to
Yeah.
choose.
I need you out the way.
You don't
Yeah.
get to choose.
I need you to now help me along this way. I need that help me. I need you to help me
You're gonna be like
do
lethal
this.
shooter.
But, hey,
Yeah, remember. out the way.
Nico, you kind of like me, man.
that's a lesson from John Q. I got.
You're gonna be
That
like
way.
lethal shooter. I understand it now.
Get your-
I understand
get out,
him now.
move.
I understand it.
I understand it now.
So before we get up out of here, man, Todd, like anything that you want the people to know, just from your walk through faith, who you are as a person, what do you want, the people that are the viewers to know about Todd Dulaney?
I hope that people see that you can continue to be yourself and still fall in love with Jesus. Like, you don't got to lose yourself. You ain't got to become a different person. You ain't got to none of that. God got a way of just smoothing out who you are. And that's kind of like what I want people to walk away from, even just from watching this sit down. That like, I don't have to be a different person than who I am when they see me open up that Bible. It's just who I am. And this right here works. You know what I mean? This right here will reach people. This right here will save people. And so you don't have to try to, be anybody else other than what God is like calling you to be and smoothing out the rough edges.
I like that.
Hey, I know you close now. How emotional is that when you're saying, I'm bringing someone to Christ? Like what is, like when you just wrap your mind around just, nah, homie, you doing that. Like, that's, there's nothing, to me, there's nothing above that.
Above that, yeah. So for me, we made it our thing every night for a concert. We make sure we slide that in. So, you know what I mean? Like you don't get that everywhere you go musically. Like people, you keep it music, they keep the thing music. Yeah. But I'm like, what are we really doing if we're not trying to give somebody a chance to say, you know what, I've been messing it up and I want to change this thing. So for me to win those that I know are coming in, and like even example, like that pastor allowed me to sing that day when I was foul.
Yeah.
Man, he could have been like, nah, man, they smell like liquor. You know what I'm saying? He just came from somewhere. I don't care about none of that. So that's the feeling. Yeah. The feeling is I don't care. I want them. Yeah. I want them to make that turn. And that don't mean you're gonna be perfect. Yeah. But I get a chance to play a part in you seeing who God is in your life. Yeah. Yeah. Like you said, that's the greatest feeling on earth. Great.
When last time you sung that song?
Which one?
The one you
When last time you sung that song?
Which one? The one I'm walking up to the plate with?
No.
The one? No, that one. Pastor called you up.
No, don't do that one.
The gospel.
When last time you sung the Iron Sparrow?
Nah, I don't sing that one no more. I got
you
my own songs now. No,
I got my own songs now. But you made it seem like...
No, that was as a kid. I sang it over and over and over in the house, in the mirror, and in the bathroom, over and over. And then when it was my time to shine, I did it. But I don't ever sing that song no more.
He got his own.
Because I'm gonna tell you, look, it's crazy. Once you start singing your own music, I hardly don't sing other people's music at all. Because every night I go somewhere, they expect to hear me sing my song. So I don't get a chance. I mean, like, if I flow into somebody else's song, then so be it. Yeah. But if I go somewhere to sing, they like, man, we need to hear Victory Belongs to Jesus. We need to hear them songs.
See, I ain't never even think of that part of it, because you be like, hold on, bro, you don't listen to music?
All I sing is my songs.
And work on this song,
Yeah, and write new songs. It's crazy, man. Like, only time I get a chance to hear new songs is on Sunday morning when I go to church. So when I go to church and I listen to other people leading worship, I'm like, oh man, who sang this? Wow. This is dope. This song is dope.
That's dope.
Let me get up there, man. Yeah. Let me get up there and sing y'all too.
I'm just gonna say it was a pleasure having you here, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm looking forward to seeing you live. Like I'm like Nico said, hey man, you gotta go check boy Todd out. Like you know what I'm saying? Go check him out, man. Any way you wanna like let people know how to reach you?
That's good.
Find you.
ToddDulaneyland.com. That's my website. And then everywhere on social media, you can type in just my name. Blue check will let you know.
That is him. That's me. It's official. You didn't have to pay for that.
No.
All right, man. Appreciate you, Todd, man. It's been another episode of the Clubhouse Lounge. We'll catch y'all next time. Peace.